This video is about the Fort Worth Triathlon, and those of you that are not familiar, that includes the swim, bike, and run. So it's a lot of physical activity. This was in May of 2021 at Fort Worth, Texas, and it's just to learn something about some of the participants. Cindy Gibson, Vickie McCombs. Very interesting stories from them at the end of the video here. But this is the beginning of the swim. You see there's a pretty large group. Typically, each triathlete has a timer chip around the ankle so that each one can be set off individually and then they can get their time. So in this case, it was each individual going off the dock that you see over there on the right. It's usually an out and back swim, so this one goes out around the buoys and then comes back to the dock, where you then run to the bike station, which is the second stage event, which is so it's a swim, bike, run. That's typically how it goes. Coming into the swim, sometimes you can be pretty tired and difficult to get up and get moving. But swim is a lot of times the most difficult part because people just haven't had a lot of swim experience. But if you get some training and maybe get involved in a swimming organization, you can. It's much more technique than muscle. You know, if you learn the technique of swimming, you can do pretty darn well. But again, it is tiring. You see, most everybody here has wetsuits. The USA Triathlon sets guidelines for when wetsuits are legal, depending on water temperature. And of course, a wetsuit is very buoyant. It really helps in the swimming. Although some, like this lady, that some won't wear wetsuits because of the time it takes to get out of them. They're sometimes difficult. Here I am getting out. You see, I'm not running or anything. I'm pretty beat, because I hadn't swum much before this event, and so it's a lot of times you just gotta listen to your body and move as you can. Second stage, bike, of course, and again, that's something that maybe people hadn't done in a long time. There's all kinds of material put up with numbers, so you find where your bike is located. And one of the difficulties is you might come in from the swim at a different opening, and it's difficult to find your number, so you really got to watch just where that is. And here I am taking off on my bike, and you have to stay off the bike until you go over again that chip reader, for safety reasons, that's the way it's done. And now coming in off, it's usually again out and back, and again you have to get off the bike at a point so that you can walk the bike back into the bike rack, take your bike shoes off and whatever you need to do, put on your running shoes to head into the last stage. So, but the bike, you just have to get used to, the kind of ride it is, the distance it is, the kind of terrain. You can have anything from fairly easy rides out and back, somewhat flat, and then you can get out into very difficult terrain and winds. So you just have to be prepared to deal with whatever the weather throws at you. Yeah, I'm coming in here on the bike. You don't see me running much. I'm just taking it easy, getting back to the racks where you gotta, find your number and then get your running gear on. So you see some people there running out. So that's leg 3, which is the run. Sometimes it's the most difficult because you're so tired after the swim and the bike. But again, you just train for these things. This was more of a sprint distance. Here I am getting ready to head out to do the run. You do a full Ironman, you run a marathon, and Sometimes it's a 10K, sometimes it's a 5K.
Oh, well, this is the Fort Worth Sprint Triathlon that I just did. It's, what is it? May the 23rd, 2021. And it's been a couple of years, so it was tough. And just having gotten the pool for a little bit, swimming in the open water is a whole lot different. So, but anyway, the whole purpose is to maintain health and fitness. Thank the Lord for strength to do this, and I hope you enjoy some of the videos we put up about this event. Some of the people are going to be very interesting. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So, flip into those Fort Worth triathlons, and you'll hear some of the stories. We're here with Cindy and Vickie. We're at Fort Worth at a duathlon triathlon, and Cindy and Vickie both just did the duathlon today. And
yes.
One of you got a medal, right? Or what?
We got finisher medals, and I got an award for 40 and over. I got 4th place.
Great.
I'm excited.
Well, we're talking about how athletics or some event helps you in your health and your fitness and your quality of life. What it's meant to you, how you got involved maybe, and what's your belief system, what drives you, and just to communicate to others, you know, people that are out there doing things, you know, so whatever, however you feel led to explain we'll be happy to hear.
Well, I was not an athlete in school. I didn't participate in any sports. Only started running when I was 54. Had been a walker and walked a lot, but one day at the track I just decided I wanted to see if I could run, and ran about 100 yards and thought I was going to pass out. But I just kept running and adding a little more, and then I thought, oh, maybe I'll go do a race. So I signed up for a 5K and went and ran it. Thought I was going to die. But there's just something about running that I just absolutely love, and I've been running now for 11 years, and I don't have any plans to stop. Fitness is a big thing to me. I've started doing a lot of research on fitness and strength training and nutrition, and I'm a very strict person about eating. And the older you get, I think people need to stop eating junk.
Yeah.
All right, good job,
the
fellas.
sugar, the junk.
Michael
You're not
Wacker.
fueling your body. You're just putting food into it, and it's not doing you really any good. So I'm a strong believer in fueling the body to perform and just to move good, feel better. And strength training is a big deal. You're going to lose your muscle mass if you don't use it.
What kind of strength training do you do?
We just lift with free weights. We have a program that we follow. We lift 3 times a week.
So you do this together, kind of as a team.
Yes.
So the two of you help motivate each other.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, because if
We
one
don't
of us
really do anything without each other.
if one of us
that's
kind of
great.
whines and says, "Oh, I don't feel like it," the other one says, "No, we're going to do it."
Yeah.
And once you do it, then you feel great and you're glad you did it.
I find sometimes that I don't feel like doing anything. I say, oh, well, I'll just go one time around the block. But once I start,
You feel
well, now
so
I'll keep going.
Yes.
You just got to get started.
Yes. So we started adding distance to it, and we've run marathons now. And I've actually run 2 50Ks.
Oh my God.
And I think I have finally found the race that I want to do for my 50 mile. So I'm going to start training and hopefully run that next year.
Yeah.
We've got, September, October, November, and December, we're all booked up with half marathons and marathons.
Yeah.
And
That is great.
I'm planning on trying to qualify for Boston again. I ran the Boston Marathon in 2016.
Wow.
And I'm hoping to qualify in October to go back.
And you all mind giving us your ages?
Oh, no, I'm 67.
And I'm 65.
Oh, I love it. Isn't that great?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It is amazing.
People need to get up and move.
Isn't that true?
You don't have to run 50 miles. You don't even have to run a marathon, but you need to get up and move.
Right. It's it's sad when you see these people that just are so sedentary and their bodies just acclimate to that lifestyle. But if you're out there doing stuff, your body acclimates to the movement, and you start staying healthy.
Yeah. My belief is I have one body. I need to take care of it.
Right.
If I don't take care of it, I'm not going to get to do things
Right.
in the years to come. And I want to be 100 years old and still run a marathon.
I love
That's
it.
my goal.
And no doubt that she won't.
I'm going to be there to see it. Yes.
You just come along with us.
Oh, I would love to.
Well, is there anything else that you go ahead?
I've been overweight all my life since I was like 4.
You're kidding.
And just up and down, and not an athlete, never did anything at all. And found myself at 51, depressed, and weighing 245 pounds.
You are kidding me.
She's
Look
not.
at you.
I've seen the pictures.
I was looking for a picture to show you, but I didn't find it.
Wow.
And so I decided to have bariatric surgery. And the best thing I ever did, been 16 years today, in fact, lost
You're
130
kidding.
pounds.
16 today, 16 years ago.
Met Cindy 10 years ago doing a race, and I've been everywhere doing everything. And I had one grandkid that was like 9 years old, wanted to know who the fat lady was with Pawpaw.
Because you left. It's another
he'd
person.
never seen me heavy. And so I said, it's me. And he said, no, it's not. There's no way that was you.
That's great.
And that's the most wonderful feeling. And just kind of like, I'm a certified nurse's aide. I've worked with Alzheimer's. I don't want to be one of, you can't help the brain, but as long as you're moving and doing something and eating nutrition, you can help that.
What a great story.
We've been everywhere all over the United States that I've never been if I hadn't met Cindy. When I was 58, decided I did my first half in 2009 and fell in love with it. And then it was like 58 years old, I wanted to do a marathon, just one marathon. Turned 60 that January and ran my first marathon in February. Took me 6 hours and 58 minutes, but I did it.
You did it.
And I've done 3 more since then. And,
That's fantastic.
Fixing to do another one in October. But the most thing that I can tell somebody is that, I didn't like who I was.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I love being me.
Oh.
And my motto, when she says she wants to do something, you're not doing it without me. I'm kind of like Rochelle.
And
I love it.
And she told me that she would never do an open water swim, and I told her, never say never around me. So she did. She did a 300
meter
open water swim. She had on a wetsuit
and lava
pants, but she did it.
But I did it.
Hey,
she did it.
That's it.
And it came out of the water going, oh my gosh. So the next year we did it again, and I got 3rd place in my age group.
Isn't that something? That is
and
so
I am
great.
looking forward to being 70. I really.
Isn't that something?
When she mentioned track, I was like, are you kidding me? So we were trying to figure out what a 50-meter dash was. We did them back in high school, back in the olden days, on the track. And I did it like 14 seconds, and I came home and told my husband, and he was like, if you can't do it any faster than that, you don't need to be doing it. But we did it, and we went, and we came back with all these medals and just having a blast. Then the next year went back and qualified to go to nationals.
And you're going to the National Senior Games in Fort Lauderdale in May of 2022.
May of 22.
And we'll see you there.
And and then let's see, what else have I done that I didn't think I would do? But I guess that was basically.
Isn't that something? That is so cool. Any belief system that helps drive you or move you forward?
Well, it's kind of back to the take care of yourself. You've only got one body. Take care of it. And I'm one of these that wants to go do things just to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
I have a drive to like, I wonder if I can do that. Like I have a goal right now to do an Ironman 70.3.
Oh,
and no doubt
that's
that
my
she will
big
do
one.
it.
That's my
and I will be a
big one.
cheerleader.
All right.
And
that's a big one.
I know it's going to take a lot of training. It's going to be hard, but I want to do it just to see if I can do it.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean,
we did
why
our
not?
first trail run about a month ago.
Yes.
That's
8
great.
mile trail
That was
run.
fun. We're going to
Totally
do more of those.
different.
But don't I always tell people, don't sit on the sideline and watch other people do what you want to do.
Yeah, that's a great motto.
Get off the sideline and go try it.
Because our motto is get involved. Find
involved.
something. Do
You're in
something.
competition with really nobody but yourself. You start and finish.
And it helps to have a partner to motivate you.
Yes. I'm okay with short distances by myself, but when it's training for a marathon and you got to do 15, 18, it's good to have.
You
She goes on ahead of me. She'll turn around, come back, and circle me, so we're always in eyesight of
Isn't
each
that
other.
something? That is so great.
So we can there in case.
Great partnership.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
But it's just like, it's challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Go do something, and then the next time you do it, see if you can do it better.
Yeah.
Like she said, just
And
compete with yourself.
And what an amazing story to have lost that much weight and to be so healthy.
Well, and I used to say I was just so fat and ugly and everything, and then I became a butterfly. So
Isn't that-
my first
you did.
tattoo was a butterfly.
I love it. I love
Yes.
it. That is-
Gotta have the butterfly.
Yeah, that
My
is
truck has butterflies on it, sitting out there
that's
somewhere.
fantastic.
And,
what a great story.
Yes.
Yes.
But we're just loving it. Absolutely love it. And
Well, we're hoping this will motivate other people that see your story, hear what you've done, the excitement and the blessing that it is, and get off that silly couch and do something.
go do something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's
And that's kind of one of the things I say too. I aspire to inspire.
Yeah. Well, that's hopefully that's what
I want
this
to.
will do.
I want to help others. I
Yeah.
want to show them that they can do something.
Yeah.
Show our grandkids, and
Isn't that something? When the
I
grandkids-
have 2 great grandchildren.
Oh,
So I am a
I'm
great grandma.
expecting my first great grandchild.
Yes, it is
we've got 18
awesome.
grandkids.
Oh my!
And the first,
I just have 5.
I'm gonna go from a Mimi to a Gigi.
That's I'm
Oh.
Gigi.
Yep.
And just had I've got a 3-year-old, and just had my second little granddaughter, and named Jacqueline after me and my husband and her daddy, our grandson. And we're expecting another one in September.
Yeah, we got a couple on the way too.
So
We're
So-
thrilled.
we're look awesome to be great grandparents, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our word to everybody that sees this would just be: take care of yourself. Get involved in something. Find what you like to do that's active, and go do it.
Right, and
Just
don't
go
be
do it.
intimidated by it. Look
Don't-
what you guys
yeah.
did and overcame, and you just have to get started.
Don't worry about what anybody thinks.
Right.
You know, just go do it. Be yourself. Have fun with it. If you can't have fun with it, it's
Then
Right.
You don't want to do it.
No.
but just make it fun.
Well, you're
we
a
make,
great.
we make everything we do fun.
And
Yeah.
it's obvious.
Yeah.
We just have a
You
good
see
time.
it. You
See
see
it.
it throughout you, all of you.
Well,
Yeah.
I've been to California because of her. I've been to, we run the strip at Las Vegas at night. They shut the strip down. We ran
That
it.
is fun.
Been to
love it.
Caribou, Maine, and Boston. I'd never been to, and it's just like, where else can we go? We want to go to Alaska, and we want to go to, Florida.
So we're
will
just
go to
finding
Florida.
marathons.
So the whole
all
quality
over.
of life is just
Yes.
Just
enhanced.
so
Yes.
different.
Travel and
So
run.
inspiring.
I said too, if I die at a race, I died happy.
All right.
And I'd rather do that than anywhere, anywhere else. Rather than sitting on the couch waiting, with a massive heart attack.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you're an inspiration, and I'm sure you'll inspire a lot of others. That's great. I'm so happy to be able to give your story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for serving. I could give you something that's at my truck, but we're a big military family.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Big military.
Yeah, I'm a patriot. Well, thank you. Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks.
Well, and there's always something that drives each person. It can be a very deep-seated feeling that they maybe can't even explain it. Sometimes it's an activity, it's a lifestyle, it's a relationship,
Right.
it's a belief system. We're really interested in that because all of those things play into our health, plays into our motivation to want to change for the better.
And we don't hesitate. We're both Christians. I mean, we're Bible-believing Christians, We don't know who we're going to be talking to and what their belief system is. We happen to believe in the truth of the gospel, and Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. But we're talking to people of whatever they believe. You know, we're interested in hearing how they got there, what procedure they went to. If you want to ever hear my testimony of how I got to where I am, you could go to www.johndisterdick.com, hit the ministry tab and the testimony, and it'll give you my story of seeking truth. Basically was what my goal was. And I read Book of Mormons, and I read Quran, and I read L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology, and I read the Mary Baker Eddy's Science and Health and Key to the Scripture, just lots of different things. In fact, often I say I'm educated beyond my intelligence, because I got a degree in engineering from Purdue, a master's in business from Pepperdine, and a law degree. All three of those combined, time-wise, doesn't compare to the amount of time I've put into studying spiritual truth. So it's and we want to help. We want to give you some of those insights from others around the country. We want to thank you for watching RedefiningAging.us. I'm John Disterdick, your host. Our goal for the series is pretty simple. We just want to enhance the quality of people's lives. If you know of an event that you think would be one for good for us to cover, please fill out the form on our website, and not only the event and what it is, where it is, when it is, and if there's a person you know that you think would be a good person for us to do a testimony on in some event, please let us know. And if you want a fuller description of my testimony, you can either go to johndisterdick.com and look under ministry, or you can go here at redefiningaging.us. We appreciate your viewership. God bless, and hope to see you on more shows.